Okay, so first of all, can I be cured? That's what I need to know. Okay, so first of all, can I be cured? That's what I need to know. Yeah, okay, I can. Good. That's good. Give me a moment. Okay. Should. You're almost good to go. Okay. Hang on. You'd think the amount of times I've done this, I'd be prepared for stream by now. But nope. Lower that down so it doesn't pick it up on the mic. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Probably still be here by the time you finish work anyway. You can stop asking because, as I've told you, it ain't gonna happen ever. Never gonna happen because it ain't part of my brand or what I do. Go find another channel for that. 5 people already. Bloody hell. Give me a moment. I need to fire up my other phone so I can know what I'm doing. Because, of course, first and foremost, before we even start on the map, I need reference, and I also need to outline the entire thing to make sure that nothing overlaps and everything is where it should be. Now, one thing about FNAF 1 is obviously we can't view the entire building from the cameras. So I'm probably gonna have to mix up FNAF 1 and the Help Wanted levels of FNAF 1. Oh yeah, my phone's slow. Hang on. My screen. I suppose the best place to start for FNAF 1 would be the main office. So I suppose we should start outlining the office, since that's where we spend pretty much the entire game. Okay. Again, I probably need to mix and match Help Wanted as well, since Help Wanted gives a view on some stuff that I can't view in regular FNAF 1. So take that. Need this. What? No. Oh yeah, there is the custom night as well. That's gonna be fun. I need that. That one select also not UCNs. I thought it's best because I thought it's best to rebuild my FNAF 1 map before I work on FNAF the rest of the FNAF games, because with my original FNAF 1, um, it was only the first night, and I've since deleted the world. So this time I want to try and make all 5 nights rather than just the first one. Well, all 5 nights plus the sixth and custom nights. That's Pirate Cove. Service. Why is FNAF 2's parts and service showing up? Yeah, I know, I've already seen it. Yeah, we don't see the FNAF 1 kitchen. Yeah, that's fine. I got everything I need. Right, may as well start with the office since that's where we start, where we play the game from. Let me just. There we go. Okay, now we can actually start. I don't mind my essentials about it. Ooh. May as well start with the office. The office is a weird case because we get like two sides of it, but also we do get behind us and help wanted. So it's kind of odd. So if this is where the player stands, let me mark that with. Oh, crap. That. Then that means if we make a 5x5, then so this would be the size of the room. It's not that big of a room, as we can tell in FNAF 1 and Help Wanted. Right, which way is forward? That way. So the desk needs to be here. This doorway here with the window here. Let me push this wall back a bit. Because that allows us to see out the windows, which is going to be important for Chica. Since Chica appears in the window and Bonnie appears in the doorway. So Bonnie would be there, Chica would be there. You can see Chica and you can see Bonnie's shadow. And then we have some as Help Wanted shown us, we have lockers behind us. The only thing I am thinking about is we have to look very far behind us to actually close the door. So I might move the player back a block. That way we can still see Chica, we see Bonnie's shadow, and we don't have to look as far behind us, we're just looking to the left a little bit. That works. Stop turning it off. Thank you. Weird. Okay. So it looks like the office kind of gonna one block above the door and window. I always like to outline a build before I start building. That way I can make sure everything fits where it's supposed to. And that I don't need to then move an entire area. Crying out loud. It does not give me a lot of time. Okay. So we've got a monitor here. The desk fan is there. We've got two monitors here with the cupcake on top. We've got the thing here, the little drink that the player seems to have enjoyed. And then we've got the FNAF 1 poster here. And then we got some drawings. Oh, hello, what happened here? Or, like, there, I'd say. There's some drawings there. And we have the light here. How does that work? I don't know if the FNAF Help One it shows as a pizza box here. Which I should probably use a smaller thing for. I'll use this for now. That'll do. The FNAF 1 office doesn't look too bad. I'd say we've done pretty well. Oh, crap. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I'm missing. Okay, so if we move on to the right hallway, no, left hallway, because that's where Bonnie comes from. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, that way Bonnie can be in the middle of the hallway. Stop that off. If I make this come like 2 blocks back, that way we have an extra 2 blocks in the hallway compared to the office. Do the same on the other side since they're both pretty much the same thing. There's a very large hallway leading to the dining room. It's backwards like that. Bring these up. Over. So, with me doing this, I probably will end up removing my FNAF 1 video from the channel and uploading the new version of the map to the channel. Because now, because I've made my own fan game in Minecraft, one of the characters work exactly like Foxy, where they get camera stalled. Every time you enter the cameras, they get camera stalled. So, the main reason I posted the FNAF 1 video without Foxy originally was because I couldn't figure out how to make Foxy work. Now I've made Foxy work. By making a completely different game, unrelated to FNAF 1, I managed to make Foxy work. Foxy's mechanic works for a different character in my FNAF fan game. In my FNAF game. I'm not complaining because it does mean I can put Foxy in now. Then there's a bunch of shit all over the floor. Maybe like that. Then there is a few news articles Pull the drawing around. Then our wires hanging down as well. Can't forget those. Classic FNAF one. Okay, and then this hallway continues on for a bit. Maybe not much. I don't actually know how long these hallways are. I don't think Help Wanted shows you either. I could be completely wrong on that one because I haven't really looked too much into the Help Wanted map. I've played it like once or twice, just in my own time. But I don't believe we see how long these hallways are in Help Wanted. But they look about right. If we're going off the map, they look about right. It looks about right because this would be this area here. Hey, they've lost the games. I might have just completely butchered. It would be around here in Help Wanted. Like this area here would separate the two. So yeah, this looks about right. So that would go there. Yeah. Because the prize counter would fit in there. Now I could add it in because it is in the FNAF Help Wanted map for FNAF 1. But we're building FNAF 1, not Help Wanted. I might do Help Wanted at some point. I'm not entirely sure yet because Help Wanted is a very big game. And a lot of it would just be my FNAF 1 to 3 maps all over again. When I eventually do FNAF 2 and 3. My neck hurts. Ow. Nope, you got my username right. Mostly. I'm glad. Speaking of Help Wanted, I'm watching this whilst building Help Wanted 2. Completely valid. I've done that a lot with other YouTubers. I used to watch Cup of Tea EXE whilst I was building my security breach map. Right, so the checkered pattern along the wall would go here. Let me just... Boop, 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 boop. That's where the checker pattern would go. Then we have some more drawings. Like there-ish. And then we have... Let me push this over by a block. Found this in Cup of server, so I thought I'd check in and chat. Yeah, fair enough. Put the supply closet here. And then, yeah, that looks about right from what I can tell from the images. Yeah, and then this would go along here. That's where the checker pattern would be. The classic FNAF 1 checker pattern that appears in most of the games. The light... Let me push this over by 2 blocks, actually. Because it does seem to be a little bit of the distance between the supply closet door and the end of the hallway. So, bring all of this out by 2 blocks. Because if I did use this map for Help Wanted, we wouldn't need to worry about the prize counter not fitting. I think there's too much space for it. But it's fine because then the little machine thing. So you play on Bedrock. I feel like that is more difficult than Java, but I'm not going to be rude about it. You do you, lad. I do play a bit of Java, but my computer isn't exactly the greatest. and probably would blow up just from me building FNAF 1. And since Cupper has done all of his projects in Java Edition, I want to try and see if I can make all of FNAF games in Bedrock Edition. Because there are a lot of things you can do in Java that you can't do in Bedrock, and vice versa. One thing being the maps on the corners, which bugs me. Which is why I try to avoid corners as much as possible. Luckily, FNAF 1 doesn't have many of them. Okay, yeah. And then the light would be here. How are you gonna do AI? You mean the animatronic AI, or... Because that part's easy. I've already made... The weird thing is, I've made this before. I just only made FNAF Night 1 with Bonnie and Chica. But since I've learned how to do Foxy's AI, I want to give the game another go, and actually try and complete it this time. Yeah, I have made animatronic AI before. I've had my fair share of it, but a lot of the FNAF mechanics are very different from each other. Like Freddy having to be on a specific camera to stall him. That part I haven't done. But I am looking forward to seeing... I do have a few ideas on how I can do it. But whereas Foxy, I'm pretty sure he just requires you to be on the camera, so he's easy enough. That part I've done before. I'm still working on my... I have mini readings and Biddy Babs to do. Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to Sister Location. Probably an unpopular opinion, but for me, Sister Location is one game I try to avoid. Also, cameras are easier since you could do slash camera. Yes, it is, but the cameras I use teleport you around, and the characters kind of rely on it. So, because if you're in the cameras, the characters will need to teleport you back to the office to kill you. Whereas if you're in the office, they can't really kill you until the cameras go up. And I haven't really played around with the camera command before. I know what it can do. Everyone has their own ways to do stuff. Which is one thing I like about building the FNAF games in Minecraft. Is seeing how one person's done it and seeing how I can do something similar but not exactly the same for my own maps. Like, of course, Kappa right now is doing God knows what. He's finished the FNAF game, so I do have a lot of catching up to do. I don't have high hopes about how many games I can get done before the next one releases. That much is certain. And then this would be the checkered pattern, which is different from the one everywhere else, but okay. Right, we have a broomstick here. Looks like a mop here. I'm going to assume the door is right here. At least that's where I put it in my previous version of the map. Supply closet done. Where's the corner? I do have the right whole corner. Where is it? Oh wait, that one's done. That's done. I suppose do the left hole now. It does have same corner as the other side. We got the rules of safety, but there we got trash over the floor again. Fazbear Entertainment really does not clean their establishment. I tried to make Help Wanted 2 in Bedrock, but it didn't work, and I know Java, so I transported it over. Fair. Like, there are a lot of things I'm going to need to figure out, because I know that Java Edition has interaction entities, which do look to be very useful things. However, Bedrock Edition doesn't have those. So I think at least the first 4 games, I can rely on structures to give me specific items to do different things. But FNAF 5 and 6 may be a little bit more difficult, but I'm sure I can make it work. They definitely are for things like Bonkabon, cold storage, etc. I have no idea how I'm going to do Help Wanted 2. But I want to try and focus on the smaller games before I worry about the larger games. I'll probably do them in the order they're released. So I'm pretty sure that'd be the first 6 FNAF games. Maybe FNAF World if I feel like it. I'm not sure about FNAF World yet, but maybe. Maybe. Oh crap, I don't have the left hold. Let me go get that. Let me go get those. Yeah, I'm doing Help Wanted 2 since Kappa stopped it, so I want to try and continue it. Yeah. That makes sense. Like, Help Wanted 1 and 2, a lot of Help Wanted 1 will be easy because I'll already have experience doing it. Since the entirety of FNAF 1 to 3 is in Help Wanted 1, so that part's easy. That's the left one, I need the right one. I swear I got this picture already. Apparently not. Okay. The one game I am dreading is FNAF 4, because it's the only FNAF game I haven't played. And the only FNAF game I'm dreading having to play just to make the Minecraft version. Oh boy, FNAF 4. Not only that, I'll probably end up having to do the Halloween edition as well. So that'll be FNAF 4 and the Halloween version. That'll be fun. The AI is a bit more complicated than 1, 2, and 3. Absolutely. FNAF 4 is just more complicated and, in my opinion, scarier than the first 3 games. Right, Help Wanted 1 has that there. I believe there's a stack of TVs here when you peek out the door. I've only peeked out the door once for the achievement of getting jump scared by Foxy, so. Yeah, I'll have a look after stream. Then there seems to be a light here. The Bonnie poster here. I got rid of my brown concrete. I'm an idiot. Where's my brown concrete? I feel like 1 is tense, 2 is just stress and reaction time, 3 is hearing Balloon Boy 24/7, 4 is terror. Pretty much. Pretty much. Like, I couldn't put it better myself. That is pretty much exactly what FNAF 1, 2, 3, and 4 are. Specifically in that order. And then you have FNAF sister location, which is just like the odd chicken of the group. Okay, is that. And then, so that's the two hallways in the office. Now I need. Oh, hello. Now I need the dining room, which should be relatively easy. Because as far as I can tell from the camera map, I hate animating these jump scares. Why did I not appear on mobile? I hate animating these jumps. I hate animating these jump scares. Why does Ballora have to be so complicated to animate correctly? That's one thing I'm pretty sure I don't have to do in Bedrock Edition, because I'm pretty sure I can't, is animating the jump scares. They just appear and just like, I'm here now. Right, so the door to the kitchen would be there. Bring this up. And then bring it over here a ways. Bring it this way a little bit. Now, if I remember correctly from my original version of the build, I did put some arcade machines here. So if I put those back in, that's the wrong password. I'm an idiot. Right, and then the doorway, the archway to the bathrooms is here. This is where Glitch Trap is in Help Wanted. This is where the bathroom hallway would be. Bring it across. Make this one a 4-block wide, just in case I want to put the safe room in. Even though it doesn't appear in FNAF Help Wanted or FNAF 1. But we do know it's there. Cross now. Bring down. Hey, no. Still getting used to this keyboard. Bring it back across. So this would be the bathroom hallway. Let me do that real quick. Okay. Which I'm assuming this is facing. I'm assuming this camera is facing like down here. Or something. It seems to be. Okay, so there's a pizza here on this wall. There is the bathroom sign here and a smaller pizza up there. Let me move this across. And this would be where the bathroom is. Then there is another pizza. A bathroom sign. And that bathroom. And then, yeah, that goes around there. Banners and maps are definitely going to help you a lot with details. Absolutely. Absolutely. Banners and maps are my favorite things in Minecraft because of how well they work. Now, I can't really see the end of this hallway, and I can't see this wall at all, so I'm just going to make this wall. I'm gonna put some drawings on this wall. A Chica poster, a Freddy poster, and a Bonnie poster. Bonnie is blue in FNAF 1. Someone can argue with me in the comments. I do not care. Bonnie is blue. It's just a light and it makes him look. I just counted 33 armor stands in my world. Man, it's not bad. Not compared to the amount of armor stands I've had to do. I'm assuming that's for all the characters. And then put a pizza here and a pizza here. There we go. That's the bathroom hallway. I only have 5 baked animatronics and 2 cupcakes. Okay. That makes more sense. Wait, 2 cupcakes. I know Funtime cupcake, but where's the other one? Oh, and Bonbon. Just wait till you get to the custom night. That's gonna be harder. You're gonna have Yendo and all that as well. Yendo, Bonnet, Cupcake Bonanza. There. Right, yeah. I've never understood the FNAF 1 bathrooms, but I don't think the FNAF 1 bathrooms were designed to make sense. I don't think most of the pizzeria was designed to make sense now that I think of it. Considering that most of the pizzeria we don't see. I mean, saying that, the only places we don't see in the FNAF 1 pizzeria is the kitchen, the 2 bathrooms, whoops, the reception area, and the safe room. And the prize counter, assuming the FNAF 1 pizzeria has one. Okay, so how does this? Right, it goes here. This is where the pattern would stop. This side. There we go. Bring it along this way. Pirates Cove is around here. That doesn't seem right. That seems too close. The sign is there, which means this would be here. Okay, just need to move this wall back 2 blocks. Like that. Get rid of this and that. The Easter eggs are going to be fun to make as well. Oh, it's going to be fun. I'll probably get them more often in my Minecraft map than the actual game, or my luck. I've still yet to make Freddy show up. I need to finish my playthrough of that. I'll do it after this. After I finish the map. Probably. If I don't, someone can shout at me. If I don't finish my FNAF 1 playthrough after I make this map, someone can shout at me. You have my permission. And then bring this over. Whoops. Wrong button. It seems really small, but looks about right. Pretty much just building a FNAF Help Wanted hub here. Bring that around. Okay. Now, tables. Tables. So, I'd assume it'd be like a gap down the middle. No, there's three There's 3 tables. Well, 6 in total, but there's 3 in a row. This building's got a middle. This building has a middle. I might need to swap around how I did the tables then. Like put this one here. Skinny table, but blah. Put that there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine actually. Because there's 2 in between each table. And also the edge of the checker pattern. That's fine. I hope. Not really a lot of decoration that needs to go on these tables anyway. And then if I leave 1 block between those tables and these tables, I should be able to leave a little bit of space before the stage. Not a lot of space, but it's enough space. It's enough space. I need to remember as well that this light grey concrete isn't going to be the red and blue. That's going to be the white and black checker pattern. So these would be the tables. Honestly, I didn't think I'd be rebuilding FNAF 1 anytime soon. Parts and service door over here. This door goes here. Now this door is definitely open at an angle. Should probably do that here actually. Because the walls of parts and service would go here. And this comes all the way along. At least that covers some of it. Bring this across. Like that. Unblock that doorway. Archway, even. It's not really a doorway. There's no door. It's just an archway, really. But then again, it's not really an arch either. Right. So the stage is here. Stage goes here. That's where Freddy is. That's where Bonnie is. That's where Chica is. Chica looks further away from Freddy than Bonnie does. That's probably just my eyes, though. Yeah, it is. Okay. That's where the edge of the stage would be. I think. Oh. Stop opening the inventory. Do that. Yep. Okay. We just bring this line across. Just over the edge of the stages. That's where the stage would be. Whoops. And there's only really one room left to outline after we finish the stage. And that will be parts and service. Light. 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 Random stuff on the wall. He doesn't like random stuff on the wall. Everyone loves a little bit of random stuff on the wall. Light. 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 This would be the exit for the pizzeria. Obviously, it's not going to be anything there because there's nothing there in how. Kitchen would be there. Just need parts and service, and the outlining of the building will be done. That's one thing I like about FNAF 1 being so small. Is that outlining the location gets done pretty quickly. Okay. Just parts and service left to outline, and then we can actually get into the building side of FNAF 1. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a wall. Okay, so we've got a shelf here with a Freddy and a Bonnie. We have got another shelf above it with Chica and Bonnie. No, Chica and Freddy. Sorry. Chica and Freddy. But for that, I'd need to lift the pizzeria up a block. Like the roof of the pizzeria. And I don't really want to do that, so. Is it inaccurate? Yes. Do I care? Not really. The video is only really gonna focus on the gameplay. Okay. There is an employee only sign here. Then there's a bunch of wires on this wall. There. I assume parts and service will come behind Foxy as well. I never understood why parts and service isn't like behind the stage. Wouldn't that be easier for them to get the characters there? But this is Fazbear Entertainment. They're just a company that feeds on their lawsuits. I mean, come on. No company is as absurd as the Fazbear Entertainment is. Okay. So we've got Freddy, Bonnie, then for Chica. I can't see in this corner, so I'm just gonna put a random shelving unit. And then along this wall, it's just gonna be a bunch more wires. I might work on a video of this project once I get the demo ready for the release. Maybe I can remake the Help Wanted 2 announcement trailer for it. Maybe. That's not a bad idea. A lot of banging. Right. Endo share. There's a Bonnie head there. No, Bonnie head is there. Endo's there. Other way around. And I think we're done with outlines. Unless there's something I'm missing, we are done with outlines for the pizzeria. We've got the office, the 2 hallways, supply closet, dining room, stage, parts and service, pirate cove, and the bathroom hallway. And obviously the kitchen, but the kitchen doesn't exactly have the camera, so. Fucking capitals. I didn't even know my caps lock was on. I just shouted at it. Guess who's back? Hi, Bill. Welcome back. Welcome back, Bill. I understood that reference. Kitchen is just gonna be a pitch black room, pretty much. Probably not even that. It's probably just gonna be a black box above the pizzeria or something. It's just gonna be a black box. Not even a room. Now we're just singing the songs in my chat. What have I done? Right. I need this and this for a lot of the floors. We'll start with building the office first, since that's obviously, like I said earlier, where we spend the 7 nights at Freddy's. The game really should have been called 7 Nights at Freddy's. I mean, I suppose technically night 7 and 6 are non-canon. I joined just in time to watch you build floors. Hey, it could be worse. I could be programming 100 odd doors. Or every time I could be building 100 odd doors. Cup of ruined stream. Okay. Right. I need... Not you. Why would I want a chicken? Go away, please. I want this. This. I know it might be random, but bear with me. And I can't see the ceiling, so I'm just gonna... Reminds me that I'll have to make all the pizza Plex doors work. Good luck. Good luck. Well, then again, it really depends if you're gonna link them to the security levels and just have the security levels in all of the security offices. Are we all making FNAF related Minecraft builds? Maybe. Yes. We are. FNAF's geek. FNAF is geek. I'll probably finish the entire Pizzaplex first. Oh yeah, totally. But like what I've done is whilst the Pizzaplex is an exploration map, I have made it so that to give a little bit more of something to do, you have to wander around the pizzeria, the Pizzaplex, and get all 8 of the security levels. Well, technically, you only need 5 of them. I've got too many hours in Security Breach. I've got too many hours. I know how I could set it up for the security pass, but I probably won't. Yeah. Right. I need this. Because paper. Monitor is going to be there, so paper. or just recreate the entire storyline and cutscenes. That would be a nightmare. That is something I want to do. I just want to focus on the smaller games first before I go all in with the entirety of Security Breach. Plus, I've also got to build the Pizza Plex twice, so yeah, that's gonna be fun. Well, technically 3 times if you count the AR world in Ruin. So yeah, 3 times. Right. I need the FNAF poster. Okay. Also, maybe you could use dead coral for walls. Yeah, that is normally my go-to, but I have seen everyone uses dead coral for the this this one, the dead fire coral for the FNAF 1 walls, and I want to try and make my map a little bit different. But I do usually use the dead coral. I did it for my original build. Wait, what was I looking for? What was the desk? Pretty sure it's black. Well, it's like a silvery black. Uh, maybe this could work. Right. There is a speaker under the desk, but I can't really fit that in unless I used a player head with a skull on it. That could work actually. Right, and then do this. That's the draw. Where is this? I got rid of the wrong block. Whoops. And then, oh crap. Hang on. Gotta fight with my controller a minute because I just accidentally knocked it. There we go. Then I need some buttons. Buttons. Which are completely useless in this game, but very useful in Wanted. Or would that work? No, I prefer the two of them. The capitals. The capitals are back. Right, I need this. All this Minecraft talk made me the randomized glass bridge from Squid Game I made in Bedrock. Fair enough. Never really got into Squid Game. I watched like the first episode and then quit. I need this. Right. So cup is there. That's one of our monitors. What's this brown thing? Right, this is the fan. This is the fan. Fan. What looks like a fan? Fan. A fan. Right, now I need a bigger monitor so I can put the cupcakes on top. I could just use this. There you go, there's your cupcake. There's your cupcake. Be happy with it. That's your cupcake now. That is your cupcake. There's not really a lot more on the desk. There is a few paper balls. There's one there. One next to this. There is another monitor over here, which is a lot larger. And it does have another monitor on top of it. Why do we need so many cameras? Why do we need so many monitors? I will never know. Should probably switch it out for a lighter one. Will this work? How much lighter is this? Oh yeah, that works. That's much lighter. There you go. FNAF 1 office. Almost. Just need to... I also prefer working with these blocks because if I work with dead coral, I have to have a block underneath it in order to straight there no matter what. Okay, there is a cobweb. There is a cobweb. How am I going to do the office mini games where the monitor shows the camera and still be in the office? I have no idea. I didn't even know that was a thing. In all honesty, I never played Sister Location to completion. I got to night 4 and quit. I got to night 4 and quit and never went back to it. There you go, there's your cobweb. There's a cobweb in this door. Argue with me about it. There's a cobweb in this door. Which I completely forgot in my original map. Whoops. I have 1 or 2. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I don't know why I went to Sister Location. Yeah, I have 1 or 2. I never played Sister Location either. I have 1 or 2 to completion either. In all honesty, I've played enough minigames to unlock the yeah, probably. I played enough minigames to get the Thanos wrench and then haven't gone back to it since. I've been busy playing for Help 1 Right, buttons. I need buttons. Button and button. Where is my red concrete? Button. I believe that's how that works, right? I forgot what color the buttons are in Help 1. I completed it, then wanted to complete it again, but never completed it again. I forgot what color the buttons are in FNAF 1. This image doesn't show what color the buttons are. Guys, help. It would have helped me now if I didn't reset. Yeah. There. Help. What color are the buttons in FNAF 1? Okay, I was right. Oh, well, it's more of a gray. White is light, red is dark. Looking at it now, the light button's more of a gray block, and then white when the light's being used. So how are you going to do the checker pattern on the wall? Same way Cuppa did. Same way Cuppa did. I'm just going to use map art. And in any corner, luckily this corner, some of the corners you don't need to worry about because you can't really see them. Like this camera here is like here-ish. So there's already going to be something there. Gray when deactivated. Yeah. Gray when deactivated, white when on. So with my stone button. Gimme. There we go. We got our accurate door buttons. Our door buttons are now accurate. There is a pizza box on the floor here. There's your pizza box. Blame, help wanted. Ooh. The buttons are going to get in the way of these. Right. Hang on, do the lockers even go all the way to the walls in Help Wanted 1? If they don't, then that's absolutely amazing. If they do, then fuck. I probably need to take a look, actually. Do that in a minute. Right now I need my locker design. Well, say my locker design is more covers. Why didn't you just make them yellow terracotta in the first place? Because I don't use yellow terracotta. I don't really tend to use terracotta to outline things. I tend to use concrete. And because I didn't think that far ahead. Don't forget the office chair. There's an office chair in FNAF 1. I'm stuck. I forgot that cobweb was there. I'm stuck. I hate cobwebs. So much. You're on the office chair. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just stupid. I'm just stupid. I genuinely didn't even think there was an office chair in FNAF 1. To be honest, there's only... You thought we were standing? Yeah, I thought we were standing. This is Fazbear Entertainment. How was I to know Fazbear could afford to give us a chair? They could afford to... They can't afford half of their animatronics. Why would I think they could afford a chair? Are we talking about the same company? To be honest, it's only shown in movie, so do that as you wish. I probably will end up on the chair if it's there. If it's there in Help Wanted, then I will put it there. I fucked up. But if it's not there in Help Wanted, then I probably won't end up putting it in. There we go. Lockers. Let me see if I can get a behind us view of the lockers. It's not shown in Help Wanted, I believe. Then no, I probably ain't gonna put it in this map. Okay, they do go to the walls. That's a problem. That's a small little problem. There's also a cardboard box on top of them. not seen, then it's not needed. Yeah, pretty much. If it's not seen, it's not needed. They are a little bit taller, though. But yeah, these buttons get in the way. Do we need them going all the way to the walls? Do I really need them going from wall to wall? Whoops. I just deleted the pizza box. I'll probably swap it with this anyway. That's closer to the color of the box. Just like the kitchen and back room. Yep. And the entrance. If I did put an entrance on this map, I'd probably just use the FNAF 1 movie entrance. Add yellow banners underneath the other banners, so it looks like the doors. Hang on. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? Stupid. Probably will just put these ones here. It looks weird without them. Blah. Here we go. There is a box on top of these lockers. The darker is the box, the brighter is the door. Smarter than me, that's for sure. There's your box. There's a box on top of these. Go look in Help Wanted if you don't believe me. There is a box on top of these lockers for some reason. Also, why are there 4 lockers? I thought there was only two guards in the FNAF 1 location. Yet there's 4 lockers. The 2 guards work 1 week, 2 guards work the other. Or something. That's the wrong app. Previous night guards. Yeah, it makes sense actually. Ralph. Poor Ralph. Janitors, day shift. This is Fazbear Entertainment. Come on. This is Fazbear Entertainment we're talking about. Considering all the trash in the stores, I don't think they have janitors. Oh, there's a cupboard in both doors. There is a cobweb in both doors. Wrong button. There. There's a little bit of weathering on this wall, but not too much. Whoops. Yeah, and then... Dude. That works. There you go, there's the FNAF 1 office. I believe the office is done. My controller has stick drift, yeah, so does mine, that's why I'm using my keyboard and mouse. Maybe use white paint so it's similar and more cobweb-like. Like that. True. Anyway. Hallway time. I need this. May as well fill in the walls and floor of the hallways first. Since it's literally the exact same thing as the FNAF 1 office. Let me get my Freddy poster. I can't be bothered to actually make Freddy, so I can't be bothered to make Freddy right now. There's your Freddy poster. Yep. Pretty sure it's red and blue in this hallway, right? The checker pattern. Pretty sure it's red and blue. Or is it red and blue until a certain point? Whoops. And plus, by using the, I probably should have said this earlier, by using the andesite, it gives that same-ish. I'm gonna go play the new Fortnite season. Ew. But have fun. Enjoy. Each to their own. I probably should have mentioned it earlier, but using the andesite, it gives that same texture the FNAF 1 wall has. It's basically an entirely new map. I just don't like Fortnite. I just don't like Fortnite, though. That's all. I'm pretty sure this is all black and white, but yeah. Fazbear Entertainment. Yeah, we aren't in a new chapter. I don't even try to understand Fortnite lore at this point. I don't even try to understand the lore. The only time I play Fortnite is when the Star Wars stuff comes into the game. It's the only time I care about it. Yeah, so the black and white checker pattern continues up until just before this door. And that's when the red and blue takes over. There is some mess here with this here. This is right here. Then we need these. Gimme. More trash on the floor. That'll work. Here we go. Take this behind. There's some stuff here. Should probably grab this. There we go. Yep. Here we go. How does that look from the office? Not that bad, actually. Doesn't look that bad. Okay. Yeah. And these are the whatchamacallit, drawings, so on. Speaking of FNAF, I wanted Evan's going live soon. In about 30 minutes. He's working on Help Wanted. So I might end this one a little bit earlier and go and watch him. Maybe. Depends how I feel. Because I do have a FNAF fan game to do, so. Well, the second one. No invisible item frames in Bedrock. Yeah, that's one thing I think sucks. I feel like we should have those in Bedrock. Which goes to show where my attention span ends. Yeah, okay. Where's the supply closet? So the supply closet goes back to this. For some reason. Scott, your games make no sense. Shut up, Scott. The phone calls are going to be fun to add as well. Whee! There we go. Add in more of the gray. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. And in half an hour, I'll end stream and we'll go over to Evan. If it was Twitch, I'd say read him, but it's not Twitch. I don't know how Twitch works. I prefer YouTube. I'm a YouTuber, not a Twitch streamer. I can't see this wall, so blip. There we go. There's more lights. Is this one down here? Right, yeah, of course. There is a light out here as well, isn't there? Directly outside the door. Because those are the door lights. Boop. Okay. We got more progress done than I thought we would. That's a bonus. I genuinely thought FNAF 1 would take a lot longer. I think the original clip took me like 4 hours. But then again, back then I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was just jumping into the project. Replace the door lights with birds when they are on and turn into dark oak when off. You think so? Because I don't even think you can see them, can you? Yeah, you can't see them, so that would be nice, although a noticeable detail. I could maybe do something that the FNAF 1 didn't do and have it so that at the end of what is it? At the end of after you complete night 6, you unlock a free roam mode, maybe? That could be a nice idea. But I don't know. I don't think I'm that advanced yet. I'll do all of the checker patterns on the walls off camera. I don't think anyone wants to see me make a map. Right, okay. And just add this one in. There it is. More of this and some of these. FNAF in real time fades in. I definitely will not be making a 6 hour long Minecraft map. You know how thing that would be? How many ticks? Bloody hell. It's like 1,200 ticks in a minute. 7,200 ticks in 6 minutes, I believe. If I'm remembering back to my fan game correctly. Where's the light? Grab this. This is longer. 432,000 ticks. Fucking hell. Yeah, no thank you. Wait, is that 1 hour or 2 or 6 hours? 20 ticks a second. Oh wow, that is a lot of ticks. It has a lot of ticks. Man, I could probably play around with the idea because I do think that because isn't there a FNAF in real time fan game? Because I can play around. If there is, I can play around with the idea. It'd just be a very boring video. Because it's just FNAF 1 all over again. But it is interesting. There are a lot of things I want to create. I definitely want to work on some of the fan games. FNAF in real time is public. Yeah. Okay. They never removed it, right? I don't know. I know the only fan game I've actually played is Five Nights at Candy's. And even then, I got stuck on how to deal with old candy. At least until I watched Cuppa's video. Now I know how he works. Right. This is supply closet. I'll do all the. Actually, no. I'll do these checker patterns here. I don't think I'll do map art in this room. Right. Let me actually. The FNAF fan game I played is none, except for my build. Fair enough. Yeah, that'll do. Technically, your builds are fan creations. Yeah, technically. I suppose you could look at it that way. My map, I can technically do what I want. The only thing I do need to figure out is how to do the custom night. I'm thinking I might take some inspiration from Cuppa's custom night for the Candies map. I know. I'll have to look into it properly, but I think I can. Make it so that there's a scoreboard set. There's the AI level scoreboard, and set that up so that if it matches a certain level, then it sets and it uses a certain movement timer and randomizer. So in FNAF 1, they all use the level system in every night. Yeah, I know they do. The higher the level, the faster they get. I just never set it up in my original build because I only made one night. But in this version of the build, I will be making the main 6, and if I can figure out how, the custom night. because I do want to try and make as much of the game as I possibly can. Freddy should work similar to Foxy, and it changes every hour in game time. Oh, I see. Anyway, except for custom night, yeah, that makes sense. Freddy, Bonnie and Chica I've done before. Those two were easy because you can't camera stall either of them. They come to your office no matter what. Foxy, I've made a character in my fan game Five Nights at Dragons that uses Foxy's system of being camera stalled. Except that character's a lot less forgiving. Because that character, you need to open the cameras within 250 ticks in order to reset him. Otherwise, he will move closer to your office. Which makes him especially tricky on night 5. Anyway, but then Freddy should work in the same way as Foxy. Bonnie doesn't jump scare unless the camera is not being used. She could jump scare whenever. There. Foxy has the door, yes, and then Freddy also. Freddy's weird. Freddy's just weird. Freddy stays in the corner and doesn't show at the window yet. He just appears. 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's not. Pretty much how Freddy works. Freddy's just a giant game of peekaboo. Freddy is pretty much just a giant game of peekaboo. But yeah, Freddy should work the same way as Foxy. I'll just need to make it so that Freddy only gets camera stalled if the command blocks detect you're in the same camera as Freddy. And that should be easy using the cam select scoreboard. Whereas Foxy will just need to detect if the cameras are open. And if the cameras are open, then he should move. And he should get camera stalled. I should probably do this. But Freddy will also need to detect if you're looking at the same camera as Freddy. So that will take some finagling. But it should be easy enough to figure out. Poor Foxy doesn't move if he is being watched, not when cams are on. No, it's Freddy that doesn't move when... Freddy, you need to be looking at him, but Foxy, as far as I'm aware, you just need the cameras open, and he doesn't move. Which is why a lot of players on Night 5 only focus on Freddy. Because Foxy just needs the cameras open, so you can deal with Freddy and Foxy at the same time. Right. I need this. Yeah, you'd think with how often I stream, I should be good at this stuff by now. I'm still not. I'm still so unprepared for stream every time I do it. I'm just not prepared. I could probably put a sign here, actually. Fit as much text on it as I can. Oh, hello. It went large. Okay, and then we've got that there. And that'll do there. We got that there. Whoops. Mm-hmm. That sound just reminds me of Sea of Thieves. And then there we go. Almost done with this corner. Just need these. There we go. Made that a lot easier. There we go. I need this. Hey, no. That'll do. Well, the view from the office is pretty much done. Cool. Right. Oh, yes. Of course. Right, that's done. I need the hallway. Okay, that light's not in place yet. Gimme. No, keep it like that, actually. I need this again. Like that. Uh-huh. Like that. Yep. And yep. There we go. These are the Freddy, Bonnie, and Chica posters. Right. Freddy, Bonnie, Chica. So Bonnie, Chica, Freddy. What is going on with this thing today? There we go. Now it's onto the main dining room, which we can't see the walls, so that's basically up to us. Come you. Whoops. Are you gonna recreate Freddy's music when he's in the kitchen? I didn't even know Freddy went in the kitchen. If he does that, then absolutely. Then I absolutely will. Or just use a discount. No, 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 no. If I'm recreating Five Nights at Freddy's, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in. I mean, if I need to figure out how to create his song using note blocks, I absolutely will. I absolutely will. I'll probably do that off camera, and then have it ready for next week's stream. Use command blocks. I'm not sure how to do note block things with command blocks. So you can play it all in one spot. I'm not sure how to do it with command blocks, but I will take a look into it. Because then I can have a play at the location of the kitchen camera. No, I know how to use the play sound command. It's just I don't know how to use the play sound command as note blocks, if that makes sense. I've played around with play sounds before. Many times, actually. They're all over the place in my security reach map. Whoops. I am looking forward to being able to play FNAF 1 in Minecraft, though. That's going to be fun. I still need to edit my next Ruin video, actually. I just realized I went extremely quiet. I got in too much in my zone for a second. Sorry, yes. Yeah, wrong block. Wrong block. I need to figure out how to do armor stand models too. If I want to fully create the characters, or either that or I'll use my designs from the first time I did it. Because I know there is a way to do it in Bedrock. Here's the play animation command. Execute if score camera selection, camera section matches kitchen camera number, run execute, and at P run play zone note stop bell at P tilde 1 pitch. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I'm pretty sure the kitchen camera is camera 6 in FNAF 1. Pretty sure the kitchen camera is camera 6. but cheers. I shall keep that in mind. For the rest of the building are easy because they're just this black and white checker pattern. There's also like 1A and 2A, 1B and 2A, etc. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are the corridors. I'm pretty sure they're the corridors on either side of the office. I'm pretty sure 1A is the left hall and 2A is the right hall. Don't quote me on that though, I could be completely wrong. It's been a while since I've played FNAF 1. Whoops. Maybe use 2.1 for 2A and 2.2 for 2B. I'm assuming you mean for the scoreboard. I assume you mean for the scoreboard. If that is what you mean, then I don't even know if you can do that. You might be able to. Yeah, the scoreboard. I don't even know if you can do that. Can you do that? Because if you can, that's going to be that's going to be a really useful discovery. Eh! Whoops. You can do decimals and scoreboards. I did not know that. I did not know that. Hang on. Ah, the camps are back. Whoops. Scoreboard. No. Objectives. Hang on. Add. Yeah, I'm having a look now. Add stats. Dummy. Stats. Scoreboard. Players. Why do we keep doing that? Objectives. Set this. Play. Sidebar. Stats. I can't even see half of it. Now I can do players, scoreboard, players, set, power, that's 100, that's my one screen. Yeah, I didn't think so either. Yeah, I just needed it. I just wanted to make sure myself. I was curious. I can do add usage onto it though. Set usage 1. The fuck do you mean? Oh, right. I'm stupid. There we go. I can't even see it on my screen. You can see it, but I can't. There you go. That's the scoreboard that will be on the side of the screen during gameplay. Maybe do 21. Why 21? What do you mean? $20. 21 for 2A, 22 for 2B. Oh, right. I see what you mean now. Maybe. I'll play around with the whole camera setup scoreboard setup when I actually get to the cameras. For now that scoreboard's just gonna be on the side of the screen. Enjoy. Because that's one thing I didn't do in my original map was the usage. Because that is in FNAF 1, but I didn't do it in my original map. But I think that is something I want to add into this version of the map. Okay, so that's it. The floors are almost done. Just have to do the ones for the 2 stages and 1,000 servers, and the floors will be done. Shiny. Very shiny floors. Just looked at something. You could use bamboo doors in front of the lockers. Why? Why? Either way, the buttons are still going to be in the way. The buttons are still going to be in the way on these 2 end ones. And also this pizza box is in the way on the far left. Unlike the ones for Security Breach and Secret of the Mimic, these ones are just for decoration anyway, so I'm not too bothered with what they look like. They're just for decoration. But when it comes to Security Breach and Secret of the Mimic, then that's when I need to pay attention. You don't have to use the ideas. I like suggesting things. And I like that. I like people coming into chat and actually interacting and suggesting ideas, because some things I would never have thought of on my own. One of those examples are the hang on, whoops. Like when you suggested using the white stain paints for the cobwebs, I never thought of that on my own. Like in my original map, I just used regular cobwebs. But I like people coming into chat and interacting and suggesting things, because it feels more like everyone's having having a say in the map a little bit, you know? Even if they're not entirely making the map, just little things here and there do make things feel more like it feels like more people have worked on the map, let's say. I don't get many people coming in and interacting in chat. So it's nice having someone here for once who will. Also need to keep an eye on when Heaven's streaming as well, because I do want to catch that. Oh, hello. That's a lot of messages. It feels like the community is being here. Yeah. For some reason, like 90 different messages appeared on my screen at the same time for a second. Not your fault, though. That's something on my end, I'm pretty sure. Freddy. Bonnie. This stage feels extremely big for these characters. This stage feels a bit too large. Or is that just me? The stage feels a bit large for these characters. It might just be me. Whoops. It's because animatronics are bigger than the person. Yeah, true. True. I might push him forward a little bit then. Freddy there, Bonnie there. If you had slash attribute, that would help. Yeah, they would. I would actually be able to make the characters like 7 foot or whatever they are. I think they're like 7 or 6 foot. I'm being extremely careful with those two numbers because I know what people are like these days. I'm being very careful with those two numbers, which is normally why I'll say them backwards. I'll normally say 7 and 6 backwards. But yeah, if I had slash attribute, I would be able to make him a lot larger than the player. Or I'd be able to shrink the player down a little bit. There's a lot of commands. There are a lot of things in Java that would be very useful here in Bedrock. 1.3 for a good scale. If I hit so many subscribers, I'll probably, when I get enough subscribers to activate memberships, I'll probably do some stuff for the members, like the regular people get to view my maps when I first build them, and then members get to watch me make it get to watch me redo it in Java, so that I can then release it for the members. Something like that. I'm playing around with the idea of what I can do for members. I use 1.3 for male, 1.2 for female, because I'll look at the images and male animatronics are a bit bigger, but that's because they have big heads or ears or hats. All of the above. But yeah, right now I am trying to figure out because when I activate channel memberships, I want to be prepared. I want to have stuff ready for when I hit 500 subscribers, which I'm pretty sure is when you can activate the memberships. I could be completely dumb though, but from what I understand from YouTube Studio, once you hit 500, you can activate channel memberships. So right now I'm playing around with what I can do for the members and give them benefits to having a membership to the channel. That is something I want to do. I do want to do member only streams, which will probably be stuff that people don't see in videos. I do want to do member only streams, which will probably be stuff suggested by members, or it'll just be me working behind the scenes of some of my larger maps. I don't know. But member streams is definitely on there. Maybe, like, once I'm happy enough with a map, I can do member only streams and me rebuilding it on Java Edition, ready to upload to Planet Minecraft. Maybe member only videos that are probably command block info on how you do stuff like animatronics, doors, and jump scares. I'm not much of a tutorial person. Almost a guy for a second. I'm not much of a tutorial person. But it is definitely something I can take a look into. When I reach 400 subscribers, I'll probably ask the Discord. Member only demo map. like only one night. Could do. Again, once I hit 400 subscribers, I'll probably ask on YouTube, my subscribers on YouTube and on the Discord server what they would want, and have a play around with their things, or only one section of the games. Just released a member-only demo of FNAF 2 where the player is just hiding in the puppets area or something. Like how Wanted 2 had the PAX demo with 3 minigames. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll keep that one in mind. That is a good idea, actually. Letting members have the demo of a map earlier than regular members, than regular viewers.